What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am having surgery on my left hand, not the Jeffy Funny Puppet right hand, but the left hand. The left hand is the one that I use to obviously control his hand, but I have carpal tunnel, and at nighttime all my fingers go numb, and it's a really fun time for me. And for the past year or so I've had injections in my wrist, and now it's to the point where I can still continue to get injections, but the way my health insurance is set up, and I'm not going to bore you with that, if I don't do it this year, then next year it's going to cost me $7,800, and I don't want to pay that. So we're doing that, and since midnight, we actually filmed last night and we didn't get done until almost 1 a.m. So I haven't had anything to drink since midnight, because that's the way they want you to be, so you don't throw up and die. So the surgery, how they're doing it is they're going to make an incision right here in my hand and then also down in my wrist, and it's like an endoscopic carpal tunnel release. So they're going to go in there and remove like a tiny piece of bone, and then it's going to relieve the pressure off the nerve, or give the nerve pressure to expand so it doesn't pinch it and cause the numbness and tingling. It's actually happening to me on both my left and right hands, but the right one's not happening because I've tried to do things with one hand. So think of all the things that you do with your dominant hand and try not to do them for 8 to 12 weeks. And that's how I get to be. So hopefully everything goes well, because there's a small percentage, I think he said it was a 4% chance, that he will have to cut from here all the way down if he can't get to it. So I don't know what determines that, or what complication may arise to where he's like, oh, well, yeah, we're gonna have to completely slice your shit open. And I'm really so nervous because I don't want to have to not do anything with my left hand for 8 to 12 weeks. How am I gonna hold your hand, honey?
With the other hand.
I do have to. See, I have this irrational worry, and knock on carbon fiber, that I don't have this and then I trip and fall and then break my right wrist. I've had that irrational fear for the past 2 days. That would be the worst thing. So I'm pulling up now. I don't really want to be here. And another fear that I have is, you know how they have those wisdom teeth videos and people say stupid shit? I don't want to say something mean or offensive. I just want to be a comfortable amount of funny to where they're like, oh, that guy should get paid to do that. I'm like, But that's my worry and everything, etc. And I should almost stop talking because it's making my mouth really dry, and I've just been taking water and just swishing it around and spitting it out. And that's also a problem because my throat is dry.
Yeah. Well, I think everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna take over for now. But no, you're not gonna say anything stupid. Like, when I have anesthesia, and I've only had it a few times in my life, but 2 things happen to me. I cry and I throw up.
Damn.
And I don't say anything like stupid, I don't think. At least not that I've been told.
All right, personal time. So back several years ago when I had my tonsils taken out, like a lot of years ago, I think it was like 2016 or so. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I had my tonsillectomy and I woke up from anesthesia, and I told the nurse, I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And she says,
Oh, yeah.
okay, I'll go get you a thing. And she comes back with a urinal cup. And I said, no, I have to shit. And she's like, I'll go get you a bedpan. And if you don't know what a bedpan is, here's a picture of that. And I said, no, I'm good. And so I didn't. I waited.
Yeah, I would have too.
Yeah, once you see someone use a bedpan, you never want to use a bedpan. So Google YouTube video bedpan.
Don't.
Bedpan usage.
No, don't Google it.
I'm sure there's yummy videos on other websites that will show you how to do that.
Wait, what?
Yucky. But the difference between this surgery and the tonsillectomy one is the tonsillectomy one, I at least had 2 hands. This one, I am losing a hand, and my tonsillectomy, I just couldn't eat. At least now I can eat and drink stuff.
Yeah, that's a plus.
I did think that if I didn't do it, then all I have to do is pay the $150 cancellation fee, and I will get to keep both my hands.
No.
But then, if it gets really bad next year, it's gonna cost me $7,800.
And then you go be upset.
I am. Oh, guys, I don't like this.
Okay,
Don't let me. I don't have to. But another thing I wanted to say is that when we get in there, if it's going to be chaotic, then I'm not going to film anything. We'll just do an update of me passed out in the same chair that I'm sitting in now.
I'll do my best.
But I'm gonna go get some Chick-fil-A. And I already have my bottle of water that I want. I brought it with me so I could look at it and tell it.
Goof juice.
And if y'all ain't drink Celsius, that's really good. Try the grape one. It tastes like carbonated grape Kool-Aid, and that is so yummy. Yummy.
Except for when it tastes like Bud Light. Because sometimes, I swear to God, sometimes it tastes like Bud Light.
I've never had that experience. It always just tastes like carbonated grape Kool-Aid. Except for there was one time the can wasn't all the way full and it tasted flat. And so that was the only problem I had with it. But I just poured it out and got me another one. My sunglasses remind me of the grape Celsius. Anyway, yeah, so I miss you, bottle of water. I'll be back. back about 3 to 5 business days. I have a feeling the surgeon's gonna be like, yeah, I got into a complication. And you know
this
how
is a
it be.
very good surgeon. I personally worked with this surgeon in the emergency room, and he is very, very good at what he does, and everybody says that. So you are in good hands.
Allstate, baby. You in good hands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you know what I hope? I hope when they put me under the anesthesia thing and I'm coming out of it, I'm just doing all the funny voices that I have. Maybe I come up with a new voice. It'd be funny.
Or a video idea.
I did have an idea that we should do Jeffy the paraplegic. I don't know if that's offensive or not, but because then I won't be able to have any use of my hand, or this hand. And when Jeffy moves anyway, he only moves one hand. And at the end of the video, Brooklyn guy, it's like a miracle. It's like the churches that do the, what's the rituals that they do where people start dancing around and like,
speak in tongues.
Yeah. That.
Brooklyn guy speaks in tongues.
Will and I were talking about that last night. Like the Lord, it was funny.
Oh
anyway,
God.
Hopefully that those. I don't want to offend anybody, but see, I'm already doing it. I'm not even under anesthesia. Anyway, well, I love you guys so much, and I wanted to just rough cut to me back in this chair like. And then that'd be kind of funny, but I don't know if that'll have to happen or not, or if we're in there and I think of something funny, then I'll have to tell you. But the only thing I can think of right now is that like in the next 6 hours or so, this hand won't look like this hand anymore. It'll just be all wrapped up in something. Yeah. And then 8 to 12 weeks. I'm also worried about the gym. Because I'm
okay.
8 to 12 weeks.
I was gonna ask the doctor if you could do like Pilates type exercises, like body movement. Like, is there Pilates like?
I don't know who Pilates is, but I bet she's got a fat ass.
There's like arm exercises you can do without weight. Like,
yeah.
I was gonna ask him about that.
My mom had both of hers done, and now she says it's good. And then the nurse for the doctor doing it, he did both of her wrists, and she said she was good. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So I'm not worried about the surgery or anything. I just don't want to say anything stupid. I don't want to make anybody upset. I don't want to offend anybody. And I really don't want to have to not use my left hand for 8 to 12 weeks.
Well, I'm sure they've heard worse things than what you might say in there.
Oh, the things I've thought about that I could say are pretty bad. And I'm like, oh, yikes.
You would be surprised.
Don't do that, Lance.
Old people have the gumption to say.
Well, geez. The jumption?
Gumption.
Gumption. For the gump. For the gumption.
Yeah.
Damn it, I was going to say one more thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
McRib.
McRib is apparently back. Gross. Don't eat those. They're nasty. I hate those so much. Anyway, I gotta go check in. If I think about it, I'll tell you. All right. Anyway, love you guys a lot. I'll see you either in there or back in the car right here. And this is a picture of before.
Picture.
This video. See like how I do that? Yeah. All right. Love you guys a lot, and I'll see you later.
All right, y'all. So Lance is back in surgery now. I just left him. They took him back to the operating room, so it wasn't really possible to like film back there because it was like not very private, so we didn't want to like expose anybody else's information. But so Lance is back there now. He's doing okay. He's just a little nervous and anxious, but the team came and talked to him, and they were all really nice and answered all of his questions. So I think everything's gonna be okay. I just picked up his post-op medication and got myself a Diet Coke to keep me company. And so I'm just gonna chill and wait until they call me, and we'll see how he's doing after the surgery. But everything's going well and will go well, so we'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, so I just got the call that Lance is out of surgery. Son is in an awful place, but and they are ready for me to go pick him up, so I'm gonna go grab him. So we'll see how he's doing, but they said everything went great, so let's go get Lance.
Well, the worst had happened. They had to cut me from the middle all the way down, and I'm sad because now that doubles the recovery time, and my fingers are numb. Like this finger's numb. This one a little bit, pinky not so much. These two, no. But here I go. I'm not as stupid as I thought I was gonna be. I'm just really, really sad. So if I'm not super duper funny puppet man, then that's because I really didn't want them to have to do that. So the reason why they had to cut it all the way open is because when they got in there with the camera, which is like the endoscopic procedure part, there was so much like swelling and inflammation that was in there that he couldn't get to it. And then when he finally cut it open, the nerve in there was so swollen that it was like turning red. Is there anything else I'm leaving out of that? I was just coming out of the anesthesia part, so.
He said that he was doing the endoscopy and
Endoscopy.
Endoscopy. It doesn't matter. But anyway, so he was doing the endoscopy, and on the screen he said like he couldn't is probably why you were in so much discomfort.
Yeah. So, long story short, we have extra long recovery time, and like that's how thick the cast is, or the bandage, but it's a Velcro, so if it gets too tight I can redo it a little bit, but I have AIDS. I'm so sad. Like, y'all have no idea how sad I am, because I did not want that, because it takes the length of recovery time and doubles it and makes it a lot harder, and I live my life really, really fast, and so I do everything as quickly as I can and as efficiently as I can, and now I'm gonna have to do two-handed things one-handed for twice as long. So anyway, that's the update, and just want to let you guys know that, bring you guys along for the ride, the funness, and I hope you guys enjoyed this sad day of in my life. So if you guys like the video, smash the cast up button, broken arms in the chat, broken wrist in the chat,
Pray for Lance's arm.
hashtag pray for Lance's hand. Poopy ain't the only one out here getting attention. But the good news is I can't lift it. But we got chicken fillet in this bed. I don't know if you guys ever had chicken fillet, but chicken fillet's so good. I got the Brufus, and I got the chicken burrito. So we're gonna one-hand this, maybe fork and knife it, but not the knife part. So anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, fantastic week, and fantastic next 8 to 12 times 2 weeks for y'all, because about that time I'll be probably muy gordo and very really big, because I won't be able to go to the gym for a really long time. But I love you guys a lot. Have a same fantastic day. We'll see you in the next video. Shibby.